Alright, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we'd like to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of great milestone that rule well. Salutation to the Aki and preaching the truth to the four corners of the earth in sincerity. You know, a couple brothers here from GMS Trinidad coming to another lesson. Lord's willing to be edifying through the Spirit. Right? And the lesson we're going into is the second Esdras 15. And we started on the top. The Spirit will see how far we'll go down into it. We'll go ahead.
Second Esdras 15:1, it says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. So we are to speak in the ears of the people the words of prophecy, that, as it says, the words that the Lord will put in our mouth. Because remember, it says in Jeremiah 1, I think it's 1 and 5, where it says,
bring it up one time.
Bring it.
Right, and it's true. Because you see, the prophecy is to prophesy something, is to see before. And the only person who can really know what's going to happen before is the Lord. And then the prophets, right? Because that what prophesy means, right? But go ahead.
And it says, Jeremiah 1 and 5, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
Right, so the Lord ordained thee a prophet unto the nations from in your mother's womb. Right? You already know that he was going to prophesy. You already know that he was going to prophesy and preach the word. But what he's saying, according to John 17, when you go into it, the Lord is commanding you to prophesy, to warn his people, give them warning from me. And if you can pull up that, or you still read it, you still had something there?
No.
Alright. Bring that piece up from a Bible Kusha. Give them warning from me. Because the warning we giving them is telling them that the Lord is coming back to kill. The Lord is sending plagues, pestilence. The Lord is in evil on people. The heart of many gonna wax cold. Why the heart of many gonna wax cold? Because the scripture says iniquity gonna abound. Meaning that sins and people's sins gonna be at the highest level, and the Lord gonna get ready to kill them. Not only that alone, but also spirits created for vengeance. They're gonna be on the earth on a rampant way. So we're giving them warning from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai before the shit hit the fan. But a lot of them not taking the warning.
I think it's girl 3 on it, because I didn't want to see it's girl 3 and Jeremiah 6 and 10.
Give them warning for me.
It says, well, I read Jeremiah 6 and 10. It says, To whom shall I speak and give warning, that they may hear? Behold, there is, so that their ear is uncircumcised, and they cannot hearken. Behold, the word of the Lord is unto them a reproach. They have no delight in it.
Can.
See that one?
Yeah, it can. But that one is the same thing Yapatu says the same thing. Their ear is uncircumcised. They hear not. These things that we tell you, to them is foolishness, basically.
To them.
You understand? To them that listening, it's foolishness. And in our time to come, they're going to say, we fools, we had them in derision. Right? Because they were speaking, when they see the strangeness of our salvation, as the scriptures say. Right? And when they see the prophecies really happening for real, a lot of them going to wake up and say, hey, we should have listened, and they're still going to be in their wickedness. That's just how the people is. They cannot listen because the Lord is blocking that. That's why the Lord have used angel, the Rakakodash, to unlock scriptures on us and make us understand certain things. It's the same way angels blocking their understanding. Right? But
read Ezekiel 3. Ezekiel 3 and 17, it says, Son of man, I've made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
That is it, a watchman. And if you understand, in war or in ancient days, what a watchman does do, a watchman does stand on a tower and he just watch to see any danger coming, so that because the tower does be so high, right? And he just watch to see where the danger coming from. And when he sees danger, he gives warning, he rings the bell. You know, certain movies depict a watchman, like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones show you how tall the wall is and the watchman on the wall. And it show you that when a watchman see the danger coming from far, he start to ring the bell. Right? So the Lord made us watchmen unto the house of Israel. We watching the news, watching what this wicked devil coming with. You know, the draconian laws, we watching everything, the prophecies. That is Sirach 39 and 1. Right, but go ahead on.
It says, Son of man, I've made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
Right, give them warning from the Lord. Hear the word at his mouth. You understand? And we, the man of the Lord, represents the Lord's mouthpiece right now. Right, so that's how we hear from hearing the word. Right, but get it, Sirach 39 and 1, Baba Kusha.
Okay. Sirach chapter 39 and verse 1, it says, But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies.
Right, so this is the opposite of they that not listening and they not hearkening and hearing the word of the Lord's mouth. We are the ones that seeking the wisdom out of the Lord, and we being occupied in prophecy. That is all we do. You understand? The prophets would be occupied in prophecy. They will be out here trying to figure out what going on in society by reading the news, reading the Bible, watching what going on around all the time. And as soon as something comes out, the men of the Lord on it. You understand? The men of the Lord doesn't hold back anything. You know, the scripture don't hide nothing under our bushel. We bring it out for edification's sake, so that the nation of Israel, mainly the elect, would be one. Right? What precept is that way? You can read over 39 on the top.
It says, Sirach 39 and 1, But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out wisdom of all the ancient, and he will be occupied in prophecies.
Right, and that's the part I want to remember. The seek out the knowledge of all the ancient. That's the part. Right? Because the knowledge of the ancient is going back to our forefathers, and we are our forefathers. We going back to when scripture says, look at the generations are old. Right? And they tell you also ask your father and your father's father, and they will tell you. Right? These are the things that we stay occupied in. We not like them in Isaiah 30, where it says we won't tell them not go down to Egypt for help. And then Isaiah 31, where it says that they trust in horsemen and horses, they trust in the shadow of Egypt. Right? We not like that. We not focusing on the wickedness that taking place, but the righteousness. Right? The clean and the healthy. Well, go ahead.
Oh, that is it there. So I'm gonna go back. It's a lot more easy, Ezekiel 3 and verse 18. Now it says, When I say unto the wicked, Thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
And that's why we preach. That's why we preaching. Do you feel that we just like you? We don't really like you. King David said, Lord, I hate them that hate thee. Right? We hate them. Why I want to, you think hating is something unrighteous? We hate them. You hate the Lord, I hate you too. You understand? But we suffer along with some. And on the next hand, on the next note, not only that we suffer along, but we also commanded to preach to get our blood off our hands. Right? But I really wanted to go back into the
Esdras?
Yeah, can.
Right, second Esdras 15 and verse 2. It says, And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And that is the words of the Lord. The words of this book here, the Bible. Right? And it says verse 3, Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
Right.
And just like when Jeremiah was prophesying to the people and telling them, hey, turn back to the Lord, because the Babylonians will come and besiege you. Turn back, and they say, no, we can continue, every man in the evil imagination
And what I make that so yappa is the infidelity part. It go back to the unbelief. You understand? And the unbelieving. They just here out here and not believing nothing. Like they feel everything is a game and a joke. You understand? When they wait until they see the chariots for real, up close and personal. They wait until they see Yahweh fathership to believe. They wait until they see but they wait until they see again the bombs them hit America to believe that America gonna be destroyed. Right? And it's something that we don't need to see that to believe. The scriptures in it's Hebrews 11 mention that faith is the evidence of things not seen. We believe in the Lord coming, right? And we didn't have to see it. We don't have to see that to believe that. We believe in the chariots and the things that the Lord prophesied. That is through the Spirit. That is the testimony of Yahweh. We not just running back off our false hope as well too. The things that prophesy in the Bible that we prophesy is true. Just wait on it. Do it tarry. You understand? It's something that is really gonna come. It's not gonna just wait. It's not gonna just tarry. It shall come, the scriptures say, right? But something else you said that to the read over that part.
And it says, fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
Right. And something else see.
I'll bring any point with Jeremiah.
Right? To the point with Jeremiah where it said the point with Jeremiah where they said they would not hearken, right? And they said they would go back to their own listen to their own way. Then Jeremiah prayed and said, Lord, let their blood be poured out by the force. Let their blood be poured by force. If you can get that. That's Jeremiah. What is 17 to the end, I believe.
17.
You could check that real quick.
Jeremiah 17 verse. So. Right, so the book of Jeremiah 18 and verse 21, it says, therefore deliver up their children to the famine and pour out their blood by the force of the sword, and let their wives be.
What? Read it from
20. Select 20. It says, shall evil be recompensed for good?
Right, shall evil be recompensed for good? Shall the Lord recompense them with good after they've been doing evil? Hell no. Go ahead.
For they have digged a pit for my soul.
Right. So because what they did, they tried to kill him. He come to prophesy unto them and they say, no, we would happen unto ourselves. And then they try to kill him. That's what they did. They dig a pit. You understand? The Lord delivered him. Right? But they try to kill him. So when they try to do that now, he don't get angry and up in his gears. And say, Lord, you know what? Fuck them. And that's the mindset that we in now. You understand? We don't care about the unbelievers and none of them. They don't believe, alright. Okay, it's all well and fine. Like, for instance, we're doing the works in the streets, and a guy came up to us, wanted to say all sorts of things, but you know, man, write that book, blah, 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 all kind of thing. But then now we asked him, you believe in the Bible? He said no. Carry on. We don't end the discussion. If you believe in the Bible and you come up, we could get some edification because the Lord might want to deal with you in some way. But if you do believe in the Bible, you're already fucked. So, read it over.
So like I must say as well, and Jeremiah and all, remember at the beginning, he was praying for them and thing.
That is it. And then what the Lord say, what? Pray, don't pray for them.
Yeah.
Neither lift up any prayers for them or anything, because it will be an abomination. Right? I believe you could read that in the same Jeremiah what we read in there, but let's read it over from 20.
Reading from 20 again says, Shall evil be recompensed for good? For they have digged a pit for my soul. Remember that I stood before thee to speak good for them and to turn away thy wrath from them. Therefore deliver up their children to the famine and pour their blood by the force of the sword, and let their wives be bereaved of their children and be widows, and let their men be put to death. Let their young men be slain by the sword in battle.
And what you think this take for a man to reach from that point to that point? 1 minute he praying for them and, you know, Lord, save these people. These people, I love my people, Lord. You know, and then now, Lord, let the children be put to the sword and kill everybody and let the woman have no children. You know, it may seem harsh, but this is the reality of things. The Lord dealing with them right now. To Jake and all the unbelievers, and I believe there's a scripture that said that all the unbelievers and the sinners and all them shall die by the sword. I don't know if you can pull that, right? But this is the reality of it, right? And all these wicked niggas and all these wicked camp leaders, you will have a serious judgment for them. And it's only a matter of time, right? It's only a matter of time before the Lord fuck these people up. And if you have it,
Amos 9 and 10, it says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
Yeah, they're saying that, you know. The evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. But when the evils are ahead, they're going to say, but when have we sinned against the Lord? When did the Lord proclaim all these things?
That was in the Jeremiah.
You understand? They're going to say, when did the Lord say all this? But we're telling you the Lord said it now. It's just that you're deaf and you can't hear. And the time when you start to hear is when you start to see, because you know this world seeing is believing. Right? But that's not it for us. You could just bring out the Hebrews first for edification, see?
Right. Hebrews 11:1, it says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Right, the substance of something hoped for. We hope to be saved. We hope that the Lord gonna deliver us. We hope that in famine and in distress that the Lord feed us, take care of us and our children. We hope when the chariots come, we get take up. Right? Go ahead.
And verse 2, it says, for by it the elders obtained a good report. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of Yahweh, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear.
Right. So things that are seen was not made by things that do appear. Which is, the place was not made by man. Man didn't create this world. They didn't create trees. They didn't create none of these things. Right? Well, go ahead.
Verse 4, it says, by faith Abel offered unto Yahweh a more excellent sacrifice than
Right. So it started going to now reports on men who had faith. They tell you by faith, Abel, what he did, he had a better sacrifice. He brought his first, he brought his best. Go ahead.
Than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, Yahweh testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh.
Go ahead.
Verse 5 says, by faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because Yahweh had not translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased Yahweh.
Right. Again, pleasing the Lord. All these men who was using faith, please the Lord. And then going to our precept talk about this unfaithful, faithless generation. But
6.
Go ahead.
And 6 it says, but without faith it is impossible to please him.
Right. It is impossible. Like the scripture say, all things are possible in Yahushai. Without faith, it is impossible to please him. The scripture even go as far to say, doing anything without faith is sin. Not believing that you could accomplish this, that is sin. That is a dreadful doubt spirit. But go ahead.
For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
How you could diligently go behind something and not get through? We never see that happen in life before. So when I come into the truth and application to the truth now, you're having doubt about it. If it is you're diligently doing this thing in truth and sincerity, you will get through. You understand? You will make it. But now you go back into the second Esdras.
Done. Right, second Esdras 15 and verse 4, it says, for all the unfaithful shall die in the unfaithfulness.
Right, so it come back right where we come back again. having no faith and being unfaithful, you're gonna die in your unfaithfulness. Go ahead.
Can. Verse 5 says, Behold, saith the Lord, I'll bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Can. The Lord says he's gonna send plagues, pestilence, famine, destruction, right? Go ahead.
Can. Verse 6 it says, For wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
And verse 6, that was verse 6, we're gonna read now. Verse 7.
Can. 6, 7. Can. So as it says, for the wickedness had exceedingly polluted the earth, that Esau and them. Right? Remember, in them in we land. Who's them? Them in we land, they Jerusalem doing some heinous acts and all kind of thing.
Yeah, these Jews, these Amalekites.
Can. Right? And Esau and them. Right? Verse 7. Therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Continually. The souls of the just. You understand? The scripture even mentioned that when the Lord, and I saw the souls of the righteous on the altar. Right in Revelation, I believe.
Can. Revelation.
Right? And it said, and they complained, Lord, when you gonna return? When you gonna?
Lord.
Right?
I think is that one in Luke as well. Tea on my bed, man. It's Luke. Luke 18 and 7. It says, And shall not Yahweh avenge his own elect which cry day and night unto him, though he be along with them?
Can.
I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth?
Can. Shall he find faith on the earth? Right? But the one in that mentioned the souls under the altar.
Revelation.
Bring it out.
Okay. Revelation 6 and 9. Six and 9? This is the other one.
Yeah. That is itself.
Can. Revelation 6 and 9, it says, And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw another altar, the souls of them that were slain for the word of Yahweh and for the testimony which they held.
Right.
Can. So as it says, what?
Yeah.
Can. So as it says, when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw another altar, the souls of them that was slain for the word of the Lord. That would have been the prophets, for the testimony which they held. Right? That's the word of the Lord. Right? Because is this same one? Is
testimony of Yahweh, which is the word of prophecy.
Can. Spirit of prophecy.
You understand? The spirit of prophecy that is upon the men of the Lord.
Can.
Yeah, you know, and we prophesying. And
14.
Right? And and that is when I cross-referencing this precept, going back to when the scripture said the souls of the just complain continually. Right? And not only the souls alone are the just, but also the men of the Lord, when the prayers going up, complaining continually. You understand? Always complaining and begging the Lord, how long, Lord? You understand? Singing it in Psalms, how long, Lord? Right? But we understand that patience.
Can.
That is why the scripture talk about the patience of the saints. Right? Go ahead.
James 1. James 1 and verse 3, it says, Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have a perfect work, that he may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
Yeah, that is it. Perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
Can.
And that is the man of the Lord. Right? Understanding it. We'll go back into the Esdras.
Can. Right, second Esdras 15 and verse 9. It says, and therefore say the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
Right. Go ahead.
God.
That is the Lord coming back to avenge the innocent blood. The ones that was shed. And the ones that stood stiffly, but they still was slain. Go ahead.
God. Alright, verse 10 it says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
Right.
I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. God. Now it says, verse 11, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I will destroy all the land. And Egypt today is America. Babylon the Great. Because remember it says, you see it says there, but I will bring them with a mighty hand, a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. So as before, when it was like Egypt before. But Egypt today is America now. So that's what the Lord is going to do. Smite Babylon the Great, America with plagues. Right? Now it says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with plagues and punishments that Yahweh shall bring upon it. Right? And the plagues as well. That's the missiles. Right? That's the missiles. Right?
Yeah, good.
So I was saying the plagues is the missiles in Zechariah 14 and 12. Right, where it says, this shall be the plague where the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Right? Now it says verse...
Yes, we're talking about
that. Now it says verse 13. It says, they that till the ground shall mourn for their seeds shall fail to the blasting and hail with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and to them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands.
Yeah, we know that race wars coming, famine coming, because people are gonna group up in them. You understand? They can't just do it alone. They're gonna form the wicked groups, and they're gonna run in on other people. The scripture talk about they running into people's house because of lack of bread. You understand? They're gonna have rioting and looting groups.
And shall be like madmen spreading them.
Yeah, they're gonna be coming for firstly, they're gonna be coming for the rich. They're gonna be coming for food. They're looking for food, they're looking for things to eat.
God.
You understand? And they not caring about anybody or anyone when their children hungry and farming. They don't gonna care about that. But think about it, if it was with the Lord all the time, you would have consider these things that the Lord says He's going to make us eat, drink, etc. But go ahead.
This is the same thing you're saying, it's the same thing the next verse saying. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings, nor their princes, and the cause of their actions shall stand in their power.
Yeah, the cause of their actions going to stand in their power. Whatever they want to do is what they're going to do. They don't care about the police. They don't care about the government, the system. Nobody's going to be able to stop them. But that's what Esau wants as well too. He wants it to be chaotic and have chaos in the place so that nothing going to stop them. You understand? Go ahead.
It says verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Yeah, men gonna be afraid to even come outside because it's gonna get real. It's gonna get real scary out here. They're gonna lock down the place. You can't just get up and move. You can't just walk and go anywhere as before. You understand? They're gonna lock down the place. That's why I say men shall desire to go into a city and no can't. Well, go ahead.
Then it says, verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Yeah, They going to come into a man's house, destroy his goods, and his wife, kill that. You understand?
Probably ravage that.
Ravage that, because that is the men not going to care about nothing. Spirits on them, so they're ravishing that. And then they're killing you. Just for what? It might just be a bread, a loaf of bread. It might just be a lentil. It mightn't be nothing much, because time's going to be hard. It mightn't even be for all that. It might just be to kill you and cook you. Because you use a big pot. And you mightn't even be a big pot. You might be like more like a chicken neck, because in that time you're hungry and you dry up. You understand? So just thinking about it and thinking on the times. Yeah, how about you? How shy is to be fair?
Come.
Yeah, go ahead.
I must say as well. Remember, the scripture say as well. So you had to bind the strong man to get goods.
To get into the good, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna do. Headshot, buying up. That's what you're gonna be. Wherever it takes to get to your food and your goods, they're coming.
Coming. Verse 20, it says, Behold, saith Yahweh, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, and from the south, and from the east, and from Lebanon, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them.
Right, and who's that? They did unto the children of Israel, and the scriptures say, seeing it as a righteous thing to recompense tribulation and them that trouble thee. They had to get real recompense. The scripture talk about Esau as well. It say, shall thou altogether go unpunished? Lord forbid it. You have to get punished for the bullshit that you did unto the children of Israel. That was dreadful. And the Lord reverence them as the apple of his eye. Right? The elect. And you did it unto the elect, you did it unto the nation of Israel. And it's punishment.
God. Verse 21, it says, like as they do, yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom, therefore saith the Lord.
That is it. As they do unto the Lord chosen, that is what the Lord going to do unto them.
God.
Right?
Verse 22, it says, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease
from shedding blood. Go ahead.
Sorry, it again. My right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the face of the earth.
Exactly, and we know who's that. That is the bloody man.
Esau.
That's right. So Lord's willing, this lesson was edifying. We could do our part 2 and finish it off, and then probably jump into 16.
God.
Right? So Lord's willing, this lesson was edifying through the Spirit and power. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakodash. I want to say Kalalayamla, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and rule well. Salutation to the Akim preaching his truth to the four corners of the earth in sincerity. Shalom, shalom, shalom.
Shalom to the elect.